Hello everyone, welcome to the second battle of Front Beta. Today it is defended by message bearers Primus and Secundus, as well as a Vulture, and some defenses. Up against it is Boy of the Wind and Thought Crime, two fleets of Ipswich. Let's get this started. Ipswich has learned their lesson from the last battle fought here, and deployed their forces much more widely apart, though there still remains a risk of nuclear chain detonation, as the defenders are once again deploying strategic nukes, this time only two of them. Here is one nuke, and it has been hit by flame on the approach. Nope, that's the other guy, not a nuke. Oh. The nuke has been downed prior to detonation, and there it goes off.
That's not a nuke, that's the drill. That was a nuke.
That was like, that's definitely a nuke. And that is definitely this guy gone. And
no, the nukes don't warp anymore, not those ones.
Yeah. And actually, let me get a distance to ground zero from the other guy. Not Vulture. Manifestation of Misery. Closest ones are moderate bit over a kilometer. Because that one was downed before it reached its target, I'll give these guys the benefit of the doubt on not getting chain reacted. There should still be a second nuke. I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit behind the other one. I think Front Beta is definitely going to fall this time, because with how spread out these forces are, they can't all get killed in one go. Although we'll see. There's a chance that they struggle to hit some of these guys if they're evasive enough, but I doubt it will be an issue. I also don't know where the drill got to. Mining equipment on the Geneva checklist. Where are you at? Oh, there's so many missiles. Mining equipment is on its way.
It fall in the water.
It's using steam jets, so that's not an issue.
Oh, but there's the other nuke. Which appears... No, it just hit the other one. Okay. This one, yeah, detonated on target. And has... Oh, very on target. Could not have been more direct. Which means he is dead, and I'm pretty sure the other ones are outside of a kilometer this time. Yes, easily. Although... Guess who's not outside of a kilometer? Rest in peace, the Vulture. That is our first nuking friendly fire, and I am confident it will not be the last. But it will be the last for this battle. As we see if the two little UFO drones and the mining drone can do anything. Although it appears this guy is not the most stable in flight. We'll see if it can get there.
It doesn't seem to be going the correct direction.
No, not exactly. Not exactly.
It might be it might be triggering out collision avoidance on one of the drones.
That's possible. It looks like it might be trying to get into the water so it can go after that solo manifestation. Although something tells me it's not going to make it. We'll see. Depends on if the rest of the fleet focuses in on it. And in light of those recent fires, whether or not it dips into the water. But we will see. For some reason, I doubt the little UFO is going to be able to do very much. Meanwhile, your manifestations are or your message bearers are escaping. Actually, I think those drones got killed already. The fire is spreading.
This is why you don't spawn the drills in front of the UFOs in front of the drill, man.
I don't think it was getting here either way.
What are the UFOs even supposed to be?
They're just tiny missile swarmers.
A swarm of two, though, isn't very
priority
effective.
away from drill, ideally.
True, and they did for a little bit, but they just didn't last long enough.
They were just in front of the drill, so they were causing collision avoidance.
Yep. Alright, well that is him dead, and I think we can confidently assume that these guys can deal with the remaining silo. Which means the city has been captured, and I'm going to quickly roll for radiation. So both of these... So Boy of the Wind was the fleet that ate the nukes, and it is to the north of the city, northeast. So let's go ahead and roll for nuke intensity and bearing. 1d20 for intensity. We got a 7, not too bad. Actually, I need to do another roll for the intensity of the second nuke, because there were 2. 16, okay. And then let's draw...
How did none of y'all get the 500 incendiary missiles joke?
The wind bearing, again, using mathematical notation, is 240, which is southwest, which is the direction of the city, and not the direction of the attacking fleets, meaning that Front Beta is the second city to get irradiated in the Promethean Directive Season 2 Beta. So congratulations to your citizens, Gold. I hope they enjoy dying horribly. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to the second battle of Front of the Decaying Nucleus, where this time we're only going to see 1 tactical nuke deployed in its defense instead of 5. We've got the fleets Lying Moon and Flower and Badger here to finish up the work of last turn. Meanwhile, Messenger and a freshly brought in Harlequin are here to defend. As this is a tactical
nuke's
nuke,
about to hit, pay attention.
it is allowed to warp. A nuke is about to go off prematurely, I think is what you mean. Although I don't think it's going to matter too much for this manifestation of misery, as he is 300 meters away. Rest in peace. But it spares his fellows from a certain fate. Let's now see how the rest of these guys can do. So there are 9 planes that came with Messenger this time. Now it's hard. Is that a laser? Oh, laser marker, right? Which appears less effective than it could be, as this guy's got smoke.
I'll be honest, I think 2 of them collided with each other somehow.
That's entirely possible. I'm seeing 9 still, and the damage isn't too severe. But it's possible, given that the missiles probably wouldn't have had time to reach there. This guy, meanwhile, though, is heavily aflame. We'll see how long he lasts. Looks like 1 turret is already disabled. Unless it's just having issue getting a firing solution. Let's get a health check on the manifestations. Of the 5 that survive, the only damage is 1% on 2 of them. And the Harlequin is taking severe damage, while the iguanas are still doing okay. They might be fast enough to outrun most of the missiles, although one guy did just take some damage.
I mean, they're 200 meters per. They're 200 meters per second at 2.5 kilometers. So
makes sense. This manifestation's taking some damage. Messenger's still doing good though. I love reading the public news out of Voltav. Incredible Voltavan naval triumph. Kharbarov Navy completely destroyed. Warning, attention to this alert is mandatory. Today is a glorious day. We launched a special naval operation to utterly annihilate the defending forces. Incredible. It must be so great for your people to live in a free society. I wonder if these missiles are able to hit this guy very effectively because of the smoke. I know that you want your locks to be green. I don't know what yellow means. If that means that they'll be able to hit it, but they'll have a hard time. Or if it's something else.
Yellow, it means it has more error.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Error-based makes sense. Which, with targets this small, is probably going to be an issue.
Also, why is both Ipswich and Dresden using like the same vessels?
In lore, because they are canonically a empire and a former subject. In reality, mainly because those two are friends planning on going together in the actual season, but wanted to test just how overpowered certain starts were against each other.
Makes sense.
But in this case, they got a little bit distracted and were like, you know, let's take out the nuclear power for it first. I'm sure that will go well.
my capital definitely won't get nuked.
Not by anyone else, anyways. Now, I'm no expert on jet engines, but I think them being destroyed is not good.
Yes.
And being on fire. A certain amount of being on fire is good for a jet engine, but too much is definitely not.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very healthy for jet engine.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting got by 2 damage. Can't have nothing with
Yeah,
craft.
Not bad for this
It's
thing.
still
Still
flying, too.
fighting and flying. Although it actually looks like the gun just got disabled.
It's better than Grey Talons, at least.
Where is this guy at? Oh, he got AI deaded as well because he isn't on here. Okay, the lowest... Okay, a Misery is at 92 and another one is at 91, so they can be hurt.
If it can bleed, it can die.
Mm-hmm. And the iguanas, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One iguana has been lost, whether to collisions or enemy fire, I know not. But they are hurting. It's a little bit too bad that because were on a spawn stick, they all end up in the same fleet, because I can't really tell how spread out they are. I guess I can by hovering over it.
I mean, they kind of had to be on a spawn stick, so you aren't spawning 9 separate ones with distinct AI settings, so they don't collide with each other.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate the spawn
Just
stick.
from the depth skill issue.
Yep, here you can see that they're just spread out in a kind of arc in front of these
from the
guys.
depth.
Yeah, it's pretty cool if you pay close enough attention to them, because in their arc they will because they're trying to go 2 different ways to basically flank the enemy on either side. So they end up interlocking when they convene on the other side and just going past each other without hitting, because they're that stable, unless they're damaged.
Looks like that's what they're up to here. They're about to cross. Now, where are they? Here they are. Let's get a look at these guys. Oh yeah, that is really stable. Vroom.
There they go.
Oh, they're just in different altitude bands. That's really cool.
It goes hard.
I also like that you had the guts to have them alternate bands instead of being like all of them in one direction going high, while others being low. Because if you get it really well lined up, they'd perfectly slot together like a zipper when they reach the other side.
I think I have a video of it that's pretty satisfying. I'll find it.
I also like how it's so perpendicular that the lasers go straight into the lasers on the opposite side. Oh, not right now. It's a cool design. I have a feeling that you'd get some really bad shockwave dynamics if you put this in real life because of the simultaneous openness and interference you'd get from having the hull directly in front of the engine intakes. But it's cool.
And let's not even mention the protruding camera stuff, the lasers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially this massive camera ball here.
Yeah, in my fleet colors, those are glowing green.
Okay. Oh, somebody's AI dead. Is it one of the...
It's like a plane.
It is a plane. Okay, so these guys can get got, even if it's hard. I wonder if that was because they were sailing inside and were inside the circle and were therefore closer to this guy. Because of how spread out these guys are, some of them fly inside. So we're down to 7 iguanas, one of which is seriously damaged, the rest are A-okay. Meanwhile, the miseries, the 2 that are getting focused are 84 and 86, and another one of them is 89. I feel like this battle we've seen our very first hard counter of a misery, which is just go fast enough the missiles can't hit you. Which has been the design for at least one American aircraft. I think that was the intention of the Y-1 spy plane, whatever the one that got shot down was. Over Russia.
U2 or SR-71
there
or
you go.
the ones before that?
Probably both of those, but in the U2's case, obviously it was not. I think the U2 tried to fly high enough it couldn't get shot down, whereas the SR-71 goes fast enough it can't.
Yeah, the U2 is high enough, and the SR-71 is both.
True, yeah.
High enough and fast enough.
There's a really funny meme I've seen that's someone doing a call to a air traffic control and saying, hey, can I have flight level, like a comically high flight level? And the tower's like, yeah, you can get, if you can get there, you can have it. And the SR-71 says, Roger, descending.
Hey, did you hear about the buzzing the tower story with the SR-71?
I'm not sure I have that one.
No.
Y'all should see it. It's good.
Oh, here's an incoming missile salvo that looks like that's falling a little bit short. Some of these will still hit. Oh yeah. That they will. Although your best bet, I think, is going to be top attack to disable this thing's launch tubes.
Yeah.
Though hitting at waterline or a little bit under is not too bad. I can't imagine these are poorly built enough to get AI killed often.
How do you guys keep,
One more iguana got hit.
how do I say? How do you guys color the AI names?
I believe it's a Unity thing. Specific. I'll just post something in chat.
Here, I bet if I click on you, maybe? No, it doesn't show it here.
There you go. Just go to the very front of the message and press the delete button on your keyboard.
Oh, yep, there you go. So you do... yeah. Oh. So yeah, it's the left arrow-looking thing, and then the color key in RGB. That's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, I see. Thank you.
Specifically RGB hexadecimal.
Yeah, true.
Or you can just type the name of the color if it's supported, like just red or aqua.
Yeah. And then, do you have one of those at the end as well? You do. So just a slash color with the same less than symbol. Which on the iguanas you did not have because the AI name then would have been too long.
Yeah, it would have been too long.
So that's your sacrifice, because the name is length limited. You can only go so far. I wonder if it's a natural limit or an artificial one. Like if it's actually only being stored in a 32-bit kind of size.
Well, it used to be longer, but the devs shortened it at some point.
Okay. One more plane has gone down. So these things are getting hits, even if they're uncommon. We're down to 5 iguanas. And one of them's taking some more damage. Meanwhile, the miseries are not doing great, but they're still surviving. A3. This one down here is the most damaged. It's at 75. Let's check him out. So he has multiple big dents in his hull, but nearly all of the missiles are still operational. It's only lost 2 launchers. Where are these guys heading? Okay, these guys have target prediction, which is why they're aiming so far ahead of this guy, I think. Although, nope, they've given up on that course and they're just going for straight intercept now. Or they're trying to intercept this guy, yeah.
It's remote guidance, so there's going for whatever the AI wants it to, and it keeps switching targets.
Yeah, if it hadn't swapped targets, it would have done better. Pretty obviously. Oh, although something has happened to these fellas, and I don't know what it was.
What's the big guy?
Oh, unless they just...
Graphics card.
graphics card.
That's the chocolate bar.
Yeah, chocolate bar now rebranded green for our entertainment. It is frog colored this time. Oh. I do really like the view that the camera has when you're really far zoomed out like this.
Fun fact: you see the rotors in the middle; those are all the same color. The outer bands. Some of them look darker than the. It looks like it's bands, but they're both the same color. I just have them set to a negative size.
Interesting.
The interlocking.
Huh. Okay, let's zoom out again and see what's what. 69 on the most damaged of the miseries, with another 2 in the 80s. Meanwhile, we still got 5 iguanas operational. Two of which are trying to bully this most damaged misery, who has just recently lost his array of small missiles. There goes the salvo. Aw, they swapped targets at the last minute. Come on. Classic AI issue. We're down to 4 iguanas, with another one of them having taken extra damage. This one is 96%, so that's what it looks like, just a little bit of... Oh, that's what it looks like when missiles are hitting it.
You see that area in front of the custom jet engines?
Yeah.
There is no armor around the AI. It's completely exposed. It's
Ah.
actually just one block thick. There's
Yeah.
little deco beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is an even centerline craft too. Even width. Now this is the one that's at 86%. Bunch of random stuff chunked off, but still operational. Yep, there's the AI, just deco hidden. Or decoed over.
Yeah, just decoed over, not even hidden.
And then that's one is really far away. And this is the one that's at 66% in what it looks like. So it just totally lost one wing. Let me just get back in the middle of the miseries. Yep, still got 3 iguanas, and the most damaged misery is now down to 67%. I assume the messenger will retreat again once it gets to the point where it's the only target.
Yeah.
Still 3 iguanas. Getting ready to pass by each other. Although it looks like 2 of them are changing direction. Oh, the theory, good call, that they were out of materials is correct. So earlier when 2 of them just stalled midair, they were out of materials, but the messenger was close enough to refill them. This time, however, it is not. And they are dead in the water and easy meat.
Is the messenger supposed to be a carrier or something?
It is, yeah.
It is a dedicated carrier.
Okay.
It's a carrier that is able to deploy both nukes and planes like these, I believe. And it's so big that you can't really kill it in any reasonable amount of time unless you can get a lot closer. Okay, that's all 3 of these guys gonna be finished off then. Which means it's time for the messenger to run. And affirming that the capital of the Fissionistic Contingence is still in the control of its enemies. Front of the decaying nucleus will not be liberated this turn. But this is the most damage that's been dealt to the Miseries without nukes. Or I guess, in addition to nukes. Okay, I'll end it here with the messenger withdrawing. Thank you all for watching. That's it for now.